Так, ну что ж, продолжаем проходить. Там. Приступаем. Проходить, это, скорее всего, следующее видео будет последнее. Да, я уже заговариваюсь. Так, ладно, что-то заговариваюсь, идем, короче, проходить дальше.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone. Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And the prey won't sense a thing.
I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open and above. The king just happens to be right now. What if someday he doesn't?
That won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since he fell under the spell of that power. In the beginning, he only had to dig out a handful. But now,
The ones who deal with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
was it because he didn't trust you?
Orlog.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't...
Yes, what about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago.
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, what? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep...
No, that's not... Just hear me...
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for... If you ever need a place to hide...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 40. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now no progress whatsoever. What now? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to, but... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he wouldn't have...
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thalindis? No. No. Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Irminsul. Finster King. Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until No. This cannot go on. This...
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one...
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No, but... If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your...
Good point. In that case...
No, please! I just want to see the outside...
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Reri, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Reri. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me. Tell me then, what will this moment of... And... no answer. He's like a ghost.
So, the Eclipse dynasty was purging. The king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the... And it looks like this Thalindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. And why does Vedifalnir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of time for something a bit more... We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has...
Reri, are you there? Hey, Reri! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is...
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must...
This is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad day.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told the word on the street is that Sertology only strike.
If this is your way of offering me...
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy...
Lunatic. Robtatir. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rheindotter. Whatever the rumors may say.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't... You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum. The chief vice president Veit doesn't even try to hide...
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. Of course, no job is without its gripe. And as for Efter Veit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of...
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but...
You must be Reri.
Mr. Sertology. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good
It's my brother, Vedofenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him
Vedofenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king... Does this mean the king's circle of trust?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the university.
And also because you're slimy. Vedofenir, perhaps less so. But still...
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right...
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedofenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard.
You've been planning...
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedofenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation, my blade will force the king to see the error of his...
So, Vedofenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the vision, the extent of his majesty's madness is now all too clear. You have noble ambitions, Dane.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for... This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why? Another mystery I'll need to...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis.
I've heard nothing. Reri got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but you never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secret.
Are you scared?
I don't know. The Reri I know doesn't match the person you all... Logically, I should be scared of him. But enough about that. You should get going.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe...
A red moon? You mean...
That's right. Our moon.
I promise, Thelindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. It's light, no matter how long it takes.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne.
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join—
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rhindaughter will My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for just—
And the smell is abominable. Found you. Hello. Surprised? Oh, wait.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at—
I'm curious.
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of— The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him.
Forgive my curtness, Vedifalnir. But the king did not suddenly turn on you today. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. But this is not the end. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Reri. Is that a dagger? Interesting.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt...
Of course not. We're on...
We could be.
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, I can't abandon the one I love to save myself.
In matters of fate, answers are either right. That is the cruelest thing about fate.
That can't... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it?
My voice? So, you hear it too? It turns out that we are not so different.
Vedifulnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must, for as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not... It is up to you whether you believe my words.
I will hold you to...
Thank you for setting me free. In return...
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Reri.
Whatever Vedifulnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose. Monsters? Is this Rhindaughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way! The universe. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows what, but if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help! Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you! Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true? What other means does the king have at his disposal? And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be...
Laid bare. Emerge. Right now. Right here. Overlook. Emerge. Right here. Right now. Bring it. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after. I'm done for. Is anyone there? Ah! Stay back.
What's that?
Rerir! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Thalindis? No, don't do it! Thalindis! Thalindis!
I told you, Reri, let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Reri, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rerir. Rerir.
Thalindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. Find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
Так, мне нужно отлучиться немного, так что я отойду. Вернулся. Продолжаем проходить.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster. All the viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one. Everyone, I'm back. Can I get
Never! How are you holding up? She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you, or...
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being... Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of...
Cool! So, can you fill me in on the deets now?
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me...
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your...
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willing... In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of... There's nothing I dislike more than other people... Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go...
I'm so... What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about...
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like...
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back in...
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully...
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it...
Has anything like this ever happened?
Only once. It was the first time I used...
Is there any similarity between what happened?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I...
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to...
Meaning, you're not feeling like...
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a
Boss, it's fine. Really.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I...
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient?
Well, anyway, I was thinking of... I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a... Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's... You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue, just because it is...
Don't I have the best employees.
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help.
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever... Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay... You have my word that I will get us all out of here. This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead. Time for a little chat.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently?
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there.
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and... You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. But things are looking up. I started working with some...
So you're the Academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it, that's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking a...
So... do you get anything...
Of course. My luck's improving all the...
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief, and now you have to face the consequences.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehoda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert dwellers' weapon... There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. This is my second time writing to you. I'm writing to you because I need some help. Praise the gods. The well, you told me to write to you if I ever needed help. I urgently need you to this is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. What a ridiculous lie the surviving...
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some
This is the finest wine our village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid.
So, where...
Nowhere special.
What about the rest of your family?
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers, and my...
All right, get over here. Sign your name on the... Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my...
A weak student? Goodness, no.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check if someone sent me a letter to the...
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I fit...
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But it's not just the academia either. The whole world...
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell...
I haven't. I just think that if you... This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what... Who was it addressed to? This one is addressed to the immortal... Guided by the incense. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the For example, my neighbor... This seems like something the academia would... Wait, what? The note says... The sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest regarding recent change. In recent years, the academia has taken on. However, it appears to me that these students have not, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and education is the fundamental purpose of this institution. As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this. Great letter. And the sender is... I didn't realize. So this is where letters from the... Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope. I can't believe how much discarded mail there. I don't believe for 1 second that any human... Wait. Could...
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinue, chief of the Shimti. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is... The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. This brings me to my reason for writing. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago. The Eob and Unut are descended from the... I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. When we met, you assured me that you would be my... That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that we have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were... And you were so emphatic that your luck could find... You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You liar. You lied about everything. And who fell for it? Just me. But... Which makes you a I think I'll take over from here. I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything.
Nefer? You packed your bag?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that—
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana.
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it?
Yeah, about. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much.
But Nefer...
All right, that's all from me.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than...
Yeah, I'll remember. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and as for remembering her, I have far too much to do. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big...
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent, Not all special ambassadors share my... The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of...
So, you do know who you're...
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say...
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia... I hope I am making myself...
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll...
I assure you, Chief, you see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway?
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's
What is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence. I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. That well is ours.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home.
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe.
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the
Kill them all. Of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our... At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia...
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when... Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this...
Say no more. I believe...
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how... Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies, the monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary... Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this isn't...
I believe I remember you promising to remain
Yeah, but even...
Yehuda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp... So, anyway, that's enough. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma.
Yes, if we can find somewhere to sit...
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted...
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you...
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religion.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Ah, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino, the spirit of Herman.
That's Boss Neff for ya.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity.
What about him? Is he a...
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it. Please, this is the bare bone. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in.
depth here. I don't have I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never...
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he... Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of
I take that to mean that you saw the truth.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at...
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able...
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item.
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Iab massacred my tribe, the Shimti. The Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of the final blow to the Iab came at the victory feast. When an Unut having gotten my revenge, I returned to... As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just... This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made... With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden... Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari's back. The Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian...
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But, no matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact he becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen this?
Never.
But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate.
Miss Lama, anything?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some...
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the Frost...
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rei hero of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Reri made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates.
So your theory is that Reri was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the...
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself...
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss...
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. This raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Neff.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew it...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any...
Mine too. We could never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure...
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation.
Секундочку. Почему-то разорвало... Блять, разорвалась эта хуйня. Пофиг. Будет тогда две части, так уж и быть. Хотя странно, ну ладно. Ладно, продолжим.
No need. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chest, it's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out.
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case.
Well, I asked her that same question. She felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind of...
2 days? Holy moly!
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe... Great. All right, on to item 3. So, we figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. Well,
oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
all right. We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that?
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art...
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's to be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it.
I want to do everything within my power. The Rahier of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if—
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent, as in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But, of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the—
Thank you, sir.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot.
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Reri and the Wild Hunt's behavioral pattern. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Reri has never displayed any ability to manipulate. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, turns out we tick both of those boxes.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt.
Understood. Then I will—
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail.
Plan approved. Scheduling. Okay! Any firepower—
The Frost Moon Scions are behind—
And the rest of you? No objections? All right.
Wait! We can still back—
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before—
A very people-first approach. I hear that's
Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers. So, the longer your name, the In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a Oh! Does this mean something? It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Notcry is gonna go down the drain!
Okay. So what exactly—
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went—
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the—
You will? Well—
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if—
You're putting me in a difficult—
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know.
Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangamabe would let him— Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on— Ta-da! See? It's right here. Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it? No, I have a supplier. We go way back. Aha! No wonder you were talking about Lucky Charms at the meeting. You've been getting
That's not the full story. It actually started a while back. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when I pass this on to the Dendro Archon and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumerus. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a so nosy. My fault for sending him.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project.
Could be. Anyway.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just... Huh? What does that look...
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time...
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with... There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and... Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no... My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my
Alright, if you say so.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out... Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be?
Traveler, Paimon. It's good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly.
What? You can actually dissect?
That depends on your definition of wild hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The wild hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotire, and seemed somewhat fast. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is... Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hype. You could think of this as Reri in mutated form. But unfortunately, at present, we have no...
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not... It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. Time to kick off the back...
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked...
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making...
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time.
All right then. Stay safe.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands,
My lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. For me, this gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, biggest strengths are
honesty and hard workingness. Anyway, point is, I.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it?
That's right. Names are funny things.
Yes. I take it your own...
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my... But it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe...
You're different from other people. I sense...
You're more perceptive than most. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Danes?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. I don't recall any happy moments from that time.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and...
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges. Thank you for your help with the Reri situation. Without your...
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend? He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life.
Okay. So... You see? You're torn. Now you know what really happened.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely... Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then and even now, they still support me.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down Reri.
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
They needn't be. This was something that
That doesn't matter to them. They're great. You can't control their gratitude. So just accept it. And then, have a...
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have...
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. When I was awakened by the Radniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, my restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me...
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, but it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves. But, please, I'm...
Never! Over here!
Ino asked me to relay a message. She said Inepha will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary. Meanwhile, Ino herself will provide.
Excellent. My thanks to all in.
The chess set's looking a little unstable.
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as every ounce of strength we have in our bones. Let us bring to...
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Stay
The moonlight betrays
Yep, you too.
Let me help you guys. Big bet!
The moonlight betrays you.
Fear the dark.
Keep your distance. Hunt them down! The moonlight betrays you.
For the everlasting cause.
Move! The moonlight betrays you.
Our last laugh.
No more lies. It all adds up.
Hunt them down! The moonlight betrays you.
By the frost on the bow.
Be silent. Steady now.
Futile! Hunt them down!
The mystery unravels. How unfortunate.
Move!
Bombs away!
The moonlight betrays you.
Close your eyes. Observe.
Be silent. Keep your distance.
The moonlight betrays you. Futile! It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
Absurd.
Do you see now? Fairphone, when will it be as you foretold?
Так, я не знаю почему, но у меня почему-то хуёвый интернет ёбнуло. Так что, скорее всего, придется не стримить. Хотя, блядь, стрим я в основном делаю, чтобы все, блядь, резко, в общем, собрать. Ну, видимо, не судьба. Ладно, тогда просто запишу видео. В принципе, пофиг. Надеюсь, снова интернет не будет ебать, можно так сказать. Короче, начинаем пиздить Рери. Надеюсь, без всяких проблем снова. Так что, ладно, давайте приступим.
Close your eyes.
From here, when will it be as you foretold?
You're not welcome here. Be silent. The Lord sleep there. Close your eyes.
Seek within. It all adds up. No more love.
Water jet! Wipe out!
Pathetic!
Observe. Close your eyes.
Hunt him down! Futile!
The deception ends here.
Moonlight betrays you.
Stay up.
Observe. Be silent. To dust. Observe.
Taurus, protect us.
Hunt him down! Moonlight betrays you.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Fear the dark.
Futile.
Be silent. Fear the dark.
Water jet!
No more lies. The mystery unravels. Absurd.
Moonlight betrays you.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To die.
With one heart.
Your game of heroics is over. Who wants to go first? No. Get out of my sight!
No! We've been separated!
My grasp!
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't notice.
I told you before, knowing too much is always a death sentence. Reborn.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lama! Can you hear me?
Silence.
But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come. Bombs away!
Destroyed. Reborn. How much power will it take?
Go! Yeah!
Да. Походу мне лучше закончить сюжетку, блять, побыстрее нахуй. И походу на перерыв. Потому что что-то я походу того. Неудачное время походу выбрал. Ну ладно. Надеюсь, все-таки я успею сделать сюжетку, и она скоро закончится, блять.
No more lies.
Wipe out!
It all adds up.
Destroyed and reborn.
Bombs away!
The deception ends here. No more lies.
I've got this! The shield's broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck.
Death is within my grasp!
Go! Wipe out!
Seek within. No more lies. It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth. No more lies. The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. Let's see the man.
Run or to hide!
Я, короче, перезагрузился, так что если, блять, это не поможет проблема с инетом, так что тогда в следующий раз буду записывать, короче. Ну, потому что, ну, видимо, сегодня не получится, наверное. Ну, сейчас проверим, поможет это или нет, короче. Так, ну я, скорее всего, закадрово сделаю. Так, я вернулся на тот момент, где я там хреново надо было.
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here. No more.
Wipe out!
Can't hide the truth. Seek within.
Bombs away!
No more lies. It all falls into place.
Run or to hide!
Water tap!
I've got this.
Go! The shield's broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck.
Death is within my grasp!
Go!
No more lies. Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels. No more lies. Can't hide the truth. mystery unravels. No more lies.
Yeah! Water jet!
It all adds up. Can I be true? Absurd. No more lies. The deception ends here.
Wipe out! Go!
Can I be true? It all adds up.
Go!
No more lies.
Fate.
There's no other way.
The only way to defeat Reri is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two.
Never. Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be Pout, and then I will reduce you to...
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on, keep...
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are. You've backed yourself into a...
You don't fool me. I see your fear. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash everything. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought you cannot win the fight against fate.
It will. Now it's your turn to
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! What's happening? That power. I've seen it before!
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rheindotter in our midst!
How about that?
You used my own own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open!
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Reri.
We won.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most
reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake.
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under this, in business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still, I don't like this outcome. People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single.
Thank you.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, my dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage.
You're right. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something with
Things are a little different now from how they were.
friends. You...
How you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you...
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need...
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was...
Well, honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self.
Well, I'm back to no...
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker in the oven. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but if you're feeling up to it, let's head over now.
timing. We were literally just saying how there's no—
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just...
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can—
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your—
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for—
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second.
You bet! Make it sure thing!
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think? No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hate. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds— What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. It's just— I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father— Oh, father. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning— He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels— Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially his response was to take on a physical form and approach me. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. So that's enough for you to decide he's nice. He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people's approval. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't— They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Oh, really? Well, it takes— If you ask me, the soul of a liar really— For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go— So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And when you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm. If you understand what's at stake, please Very good.
Oh wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, after all that build-up, our mystery out.
Huh? Am I imagining things?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than— Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while.
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better—
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you—
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster.
What?
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. Sometimes, when people praise you—
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was—
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did work.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any...
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to app.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't...
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw when facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. That power enabled her to do...
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed. Given his history with Reri, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far better for him than staying in limbo.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance. And now...
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking...
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your card.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor is...
Huh? Charitable? Who said it?
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcrops.
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my...
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly lit.
How...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps. You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with... It was something I looked into. But after discussing, the tech people handled the tech, and money back.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth.
So? What's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be...
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond just...
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. Just thinking about it makes me happy.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning it.
Seems like we've both been away from home.
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother, father...
Yeah. Though, it's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but... My sister can't help me now. Slow...
Not everything will fade.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask...
Well, that... Plus... I'm sure that life is much...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora. A big... You've got a lot going for you, too. Boss of the...
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this—
We just wanted to, you know, see how—
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rei here of—
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you, man. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going— My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribbling. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine and other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that— Who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like—
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who— We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy— I honored his request. But I did read through everything first before destroying— I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin—
So— that?
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I saw— Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formula— Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Nazissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran some— Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true, a mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of Luna. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something— But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that— The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve, and it's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did— Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed, and although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more, but I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to it? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the— Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Doesn't surprise me. You share one thing, and the only difference is your dream came true, and his— well, he wasn't the one. I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusion— Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, to his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's after that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect, yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy. He told me that the director of the Kreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without. At the very end, he laid many years after that. Tensions over competing dreams would once again, and that is the story of two people from the Kreuz Institute. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed? So perhaps they were young children with friends and family who mattered to them, desires to explore the meaning of life, ambitions, or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the... But instead, do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? Sensible answer. Glad to know you've got your heads. Alain would disagree, though. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all... Yes, it's enough. No elaboration, just a quick, short answer before getting... All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the house of... I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnosis.
Так, ну что ж, сюжетка вроде закончилась, да? Да, сюжетка закончилась. Ну, по факту остался этот ивент, но и... Это типа как это, что ли? Задание легенд, что ли, как будто просто дали это и все. Ну ладно. Остался ивент, но я, наверное, по факту, я не знаю, буду его записывать или нет. Ну, короче, ладно. Сюжетка, в принципе, ну, понравилась. Ну, за исключением того, что у меня интернет немножко того. Решил побушеваться немножко, так что если бы не интернет, в принципе, было все норм. Ну, сюжетка, мне, в принципе, понравилась. Как, в принципе, и с другими сюжетками тоже. Так что, ну, скорее секунду. Ну, увидимся либо в этом ивенте, что, ну, может быть, скорее всего, но не факт, что я не очень-то его хочу проходить на видео. Либо в других, в принципе, в Ханкай, либо в Зенвисе. Ну, скорее всего, в Ханкае, потому что в Ханкае там вышла новая сюжетка, так что через несколько дней, может, ее буду тоже записывать. Так что да, ладно. Увидимся где-нибудь. Всем пока-пока.